Yo, the Raider Nation, welcome to another episode of the Raider Nation Roll Call. Today I have a special guest, one of the first guys that gave me an opportunity to start in this crazy world, Chris from Protect the Shield. My brother, welcome.
Thank you, man.
Thank you for being here.
No problem,
Thank you for
man.
the opportunity.
Yeah.
And as you noticed, we're not in my usual location, which is either my man cave or a cigar lounge. We are actually in what's becoming a very historic place in the city of Compton. We are on the corner of Rosecrans and Central at the Tams, historic Tams, where Kendrick Lamar recorded his video. Was it They Not Like Us?
They're not like us.
Dr. Dre, Ice Cube did a lot of excerpts here for Straight Outta Compton. So I thought, since my friend came from Ohio, I'm gonna bring him to our historic ghetto
I
spots.
love it, love it, love
Yeah.
it.
So
Hey,
thank
I'm glad to be here, man. You know, like I said, I really appreciate your platform and what you're doing, man. Couldn't be happier, man.
Hey, man. I love the fact that we're able to do this face to face.
Yeah.
You know, because we've done it. I've been on a show a couple of times. You know, and we have a really great time. But today, again, like I said, we're gonna do it different. We're not just gonna sit and talk.
Yeah.
We're gonna eat.
Yep.
And what are we eating? Burger specials, baby. What you got, Chris?
Yeah, I got the chili cheeseburger, man.
All right.
I'm excited for it.
Yeah, chili cheeseburger. I just got a regular burger combo, no cheese.
As you guys can see, I don't miss too many meals, man. So I'm excited about this burger.
Well, you know, I was the same way, but I had bariatric surgery back in
Oh,
the day.
did you? Okay.
So I lost about 100 pounds.
Yeah, nice.
So, but yeah, Chris. So let's start it off with first question. How did you become a Raider fan?
So, being born and raised in Ohio, you know, my dad was a diehard Cleveland Browns fan.
Obviously.
So, even as a kid, I liked the Cleveland Browns. You know, kind of growing up, loved Eric Metcalf. But you know, I didn't get a chance to see the Raiders too much. But when I did, I loved that aura behind them. You know, Al Davis. I loved. And I was a kid. I just loved that tough guy mentality. You would see highlights on ESPN. Those guys were just tough. But what really got it was just watching Bo Jackson play. You know, I was a running back. Just growing up, always played running back.
Oh wow!
Just love Bo. I love the way he played. Just strong, fast. He played the game the right way. You know, just as a running back. So I'm like, man, that guy's just great. You know, so again, then once the Browns were kind of they were gone, they went away. So they actually became the Baltimore Ravens.
Right.
You know, most of you guys know. So then I'm like, man, I've always liked the Raiders anyway. You know, I'm just gonna go full throttle for it. You know, and then that's when I really started investing my money, traveling, going to games, and now, you know, I don't. There's you know, I go to a few games a year. I travel all over to go see them. I was in that last game in Oakland. You know, go see them. So that's kind of how it started.
So was your actual immersion into the Raider Nation while they were still in LA, or was it in Oakland?
They were Oakland.
Okay.
Yeah, they were in Oakland.
Okay.
So
That's awesome, man.
well, look, okay, hold on. So it actually was LA. Now that I think back, because that's when Bo was there in LA. Yeah. So I'm sorry. So it was LA.
Okay.
Yep.
And then from then on, it's been nonstop.
Nonstop.
That's great, man.
Nonstop.
That's
I've
great.
been to so many games in Oakland. Love the vibe there. You know, I love going to games there. And this was my first time actually going to
So
LA
far?
game. Yeah. So
Home away from home.
yeah.
Hey, we won that tailgate though.
We did do that.
Well, let me ask you, because I understand that you also go to a lot of away games.
Yeah.
You know, being that you're so far away from Nevada or Southern California.
Yeah.
You know, how's the vibe? How's the Raider Nation vibe outside of obviously the West Coast?
You know, Raiders travel so well. They're everywhere.
Right.
You know, like no matter where I go, if it's in Indianapolis at a Colts game, or we went to the Saints game in New Orleans a couple years. I mean, we travel well. So
Right.
the ones that travel, I think, other places, They're great. Those fans are great. You know, I always have a good time. I just love the Raider Nation, just like
Oh,
how
definitely,
passionate
man.
we are, because it reminds me of how Cleveland Browns fans were. Because like regardless of how good you are, we love our team.
Right.
Regardless, we love what the team stands for, and I've met so many great people just from everywhere, and I love it.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
That's awesome. All right, Raider Nation. Sorry, we gotta take little breaks because we're eating. Don't want to do everything. Let our good food get cold, because if you know, burger specials are good cold.
Oh yeah.
So, well, at least not for me.
Right.
Next question from my boy Chris. Protect the Shield podcast. How did that come about?
So the podcast came about during the inner turmoil, or the civil war between the Raider fans during the Derek Carr time.
Oh, okay.
Because I always watched a lot of different podcasters. I watched a lot of content, but I would go on social media and just see so much division. And as someone that lived in Ohio, my thought on how Raider Nation, I always thought it was something that we were unified. In my mind, I always thought
Right.
that's one thing I loved about them. So during that era, like I saw so much just inner fighting, man, and I'm like, we need to protect the Shield, man.
Yes.
It's like the Shield should come first, because players and coaches come and go. Mm-hmm. Like I loved Derek Carr when he was our quarterback. I rooted for him when I felt it was time for him to go. I felt like it was time for him to go. But I always, regardless, right now most people may think this is a Jamarcus Russell jersey. It's not. It's a Terrell Pryor jersey.
Pryor.
Like I loved all the quarterbacks, and I supported them all. So I feel strong about the team, but I know the team becomes before any player.
Right.
And I think I try to remind our fan base about that, because we got to protect the Shield. That comes first.
Definitely.
That comes first.
Definitely.
And, the name on the front of the jersey is more important than the name on the back of the jersey.
That's
and
right.
That's just how I feel.
No, and it's a great way to think.
Yeah.
Because if we're just fans of a particular player, then what's the point in rocking the colors?
No reason.
Just wherever
they go.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well,
so it doesn't matter. So but no, I definitely agree, and I appreciate the fact that you're reminding everybody
yeah.
that yes, we rock with our players when they're with us. When they're not, then we bid them farewell and good luck.
And the thing is, what really reminded me of it is my favorite football player was Charles Woodson, just because I'm a Michigan Wolverine fan too. It's kind of weird living in Ohio, but I love Charles Woodson. Charles Woodson's always been my favorite player. He came from Ohio, went to Michigan. Everything else is history. What he did in Michigan, and the first defensive Heisman winner. Then my Raiders drafted him.
Mm-hmm.
It was so perfect. But I remember when we let him walk, and he went to the Packers. And I remember to myself, like, that was hard to watch.
It was.
But I always told myself, I want him to do well. Mm-hmm. But if he comes and plays us,
oh, he's the enemy.
He's the enemy.
Yeah.
Same here. And during this whole Derek Carr thing, I had to put myself in that mindset. I'm like, I just so I can understand how the fans that are so pro Carr, I'm like, guys, he's a Saints quarterback.
Right.
Now, you can want him to do well, which is fine. If you like Derek Carr, that's fine. But hearing guys say, "Oh, I hope Derek Carr wins the Super Bowl on our field," like little stuff like that, I'm like, come on, guys.
Yeah, that's crap.
Yeah, it's
I understand how people got enamored with Derek Carr.
Yeah,
because he's a good guy.
A good guy.
And we've had a quarterback drought for so many years. So when we see something positive in that position that we've always been
We wanna
hurting,
hold on to
you
it.
don't want to let them go. But at the end of the day, like all the football players say, this is a business, and we have to do what we got to do. We got to move on, and
Yeah.
so I never held any ill will for any players that left.
Yeah.
But at the same time, Raiders come first.
You got to.
Raider
You
Nation,
got
baby.
to. You
Raider
got
Nation.
to.
So just there's a little added question I wanted to ask you about this particular weekend.
Yeah.
Being that it was your first time at SoFi, what were your thoughts about the tailgate?
Oh, the tailgate was amazing. To me, that was the closest thing to the Oakland tailgates. You got the guys that the Raider Nation showed up and showed out. They was
Go ahead.
it was all over.
You're good.
Yeah, they showed up, showed out. They enthusiastic. They were loud, energetic. It was just a good vibe, man. It was a good vibe. A lot of good music, good food, good drink. I had a blast, man.
Yeah,
I had a
it was a lot of
blast.
fun.
Yeah,
I just remember going to your guys' tailgate
yeah.
and just seeing you there, just
Oh
chilling
yeah.
with your big old. What was that mug? That you
I
bought?
forgot what it's called, but yeah, big. I think it's called a man mug or something.
Man hand
yeah,
or something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
it's a big old cup. You just sitting there with your hat chilling.
Hey, I was having.
That was awesome, man.
Yeah.
like a kid in the candy store.
Oh man, yeah. I was just taking it all in,
Yeah,
man.
man, it's great.
You look, just Raider fans happy, dancing. It's
Yeah,
just, in Ohio, I don't get a chance to see that.
You're good.
Yeah,
You're good, brother. Thank you.
Yeah, I don't get a chance to see that all the time. So
Yeah.
when I do, I just embrace it, and it just reminded me of that Oakland vibe, and I loved it.
And going on the record right now, Chris, you're welcome here anytime. You just need to come here with more time so we can do more stuff.
Oh, I am. I'm hanging with you, man.
Because SoCal is a very big place, a lot of things to see, a lot of people to see.
Go.
As for you guys that don't know, this morning we were just on MC Raider and Chino Linus' podcast. They wanted to interview Chris, and I tagged along, and so we're going to be on their show.
Oh yeah.
And so we already took the time to do that. And now we're here in Compton, showing Chris the sights. And
Yeah.
go ahead. And next we're going to go hit Hermosa Beach. Hermosa Beach Pier, go show them the bars, go show them the beach, because from my understanding, you've never been to the beach.
Not here.
Not here in Southern California?
Yeah.
So it's going to be his first time at the
Yeah, it's
beach.
gonna be fun.
And we're going to have coverage on that too as well.
Nation, got Chris, Protect the Shield.
What up, baby?
Raider Nation, Dub Raider. We're going to take a shot. Welcome, my brother, to your home away from home. Always welcome here.
Welcome to LA.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh, that's some good stuff. No. Royal. Royal? Yeah. You got some crown, baby. Let's go.
All right, Chris, next question. Tell us about the creation of TRS. First of all, for the ones that don't know, what does TRS stand for?
So TRS stands for the Raider Syndicate. So that is just a group of my guys, man. Guys that I respect. So when we first started it, I was looking for just other fans, and it was more just like of a networking thing. Like, hey, we're all content creators, but let's pump each other's stuff. Let's share each other's stuff. Make sure we're in each other's comments and lives, and just kind of supporting each other, helping big each other up. And then we're like, let's start one show a week where all of us just get on camera and just give our takes. And our first one we had was like lightning in a bottle, because those that don't know, so TRS is myself, Protect the Shield podcast, then Leo, Chino Linus, and Turf. He goes by the Ultimate Raider Fan 32, and then the Raider Rundown. So it's us four, and we all got on a show together, and it was perfect because we all have very different opinions. We all can articulate them pretty well, and we all can kind of debate pretty well. So it's just, it's pretty entertaining. I can imagine just someone just sitting back and watching us. Like, these guys are entertaining because we are passionate about it. Like, we don't just show up to games. Like, we study all week.
Right.
We watch the all 22 film, and we know all the ins and outs of the game. So it's a good conversation, and I love them like brothers, man. We've hung out a few times, and it's been great.
Yeah. And see, I'm what you consider a conventional Raider fan. You know, I obviously watch all the Raider games. I listen to all the Raider news. I follow a couple of teams here and there, but not to their level. And that's where a lot of the extensive knowledge that I'm getting now and a lot of different perspectives is from their podcast. You know, from TRS, because like we were mentioning earlier, it's not just about seeing one individual's perspective,
Yep.
sitting in front of the camera, letting everybody know what they like. Chris says something, Turf says something, Rundown says something else, Shield says something else, and they dialogue, they discuss.
Yeah.
They don't argue,
Yeah.
you know, and
Healthy debate.
Yeah, and it opens up the perception of the particular play, the particular game, to individuals like myself that, you know, aren't as well versed as them in football.
Yep.
You know, and that's why I really appreciate your show, because it has that dynamic.
Yeah.
You know, and I think more of you should watch their show, TRS, and it usually streams on all your platforms
Yep.
at the same time, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So all four of us screams on that, and we were doing it every Sunday. But now that the games are Sunday, and a lot of us are traveling and stuff, so we're trying to figure out what day is going to work best. Probably a Tuesday or something. We'll
Okay.
probably do something like that.
So are you guys going to do like a game review, or?
Yeah. So we're thinking if we're going to do, we may do it midweek where we're going to preview the next game, but then also recap
Gotcha.
the game we just had, or you know, we're going to figure that out.
Okay.
We'll figure it out. But we all have our individual channels and shows.
Yes,
so,
definitely.
Yep.
Yeah, Turf has a.
Yeah,
forgot the
so
name.
Turf has his show on Tuesday.
Mhm.
Rundown and Turf have a show together called
Right.
the Turf and Rundown Show. And then I have a show myself with Spicy Raider Girl on Wednesdays. And I have my solo show usually on Friday, Fan Talk Friday. And then we all kind of come together.
On
And then Leo has his on
Mondays.
Mondays. Yep.
Yeah, Puro Raiders podcast.
Yeah,
Chino
great
Linus.
show. Great show.
Shout out Chona.
Yeah.
Yeah, so check them out, guys. You know, there's plenty of content throughout the whole week just with the TRS crew.
Mm-hmm.
And again, they are very knowledgeable with all football acumen.
I agree.
He's not better than Bo Jackson. We all agree.
I agree.
Okay. All right. Cool. So now we start naming other guys. Napoleon Kaufman. Is he better than Napoleon?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. Is he better than Tyrone Wheatley?
No,
Tyrone Wheatley?
I'm thinking.
Is he better than Tyrone Wheatley?
Yeah, he's definitely better than Tyrone.
He's definitely better than we.
Let's name names. Let's name names.
This is about to get a weird. This is about to become a weird night all of a sudden.
Yeah,
He
it
said
is.
it's about to become a weird. I'm just naming names. Third, but I don't know, bro. I don't know. You say third, but don't he have to finish his career? with us?
And that's my problem with it. See, because that's my problem. That's the only problem I have.
Then Bo, okay, how many years did Bo
How
play,
many
man?
years do you have to be to be
Bro
in
is
this category? Though?
Bro knows, bro.
Bo never had a 1,000-yard. Like, I love Bo, but like, come on, if we're really
He
gonna
didn't have
talk,
1,000 yards
that's what I'm
either.
saying. If we're really gonna talk, then
Yeah.
we gotta talk. You know what I'm saying? And I love, Bo, my boy.
He's not
I love
better
Bo.
than Bo. He's not better than Bo, though.
No, I'm not. No, but what I'm saying, but I'm saying, if y'all gonna say that he has to finish his career, then we can't
Bro.
be moving the goalposts.
Okay.
Well, look,
might be-
Napoleon Kaufman averaged 9.8 yards a carry. Zach Crockett, 6.5.
Wait,
I don't
what?
know Randy-
All right, Raider Nation. Next question for Chris from Protect the Shield. Obviously, Protect the Shield has been a big hit. You know, I see a lot of people following you. You get a lot of interaction with the Shield Squad. Shout out Shield Squad.
Wow.
You know, where do you see Protect the Shield in like the next 2 years? 2 to 5 years, I should say.
Good question. My thing is constant growth. You know, I want Protect the Shield to be known as a platform where Raider fans can go to get objective Raider content. Like, it's not going to be, you know, like I always say, my opinions might not always be popular, but they'll always be authentic. When you come in and hit that button to see Protect the Shield, you know you're going to get something that's authentic. So I just want to just continue to grow it, you know, grow my subscribers, and just kind of get my name out there a little more. That's where I see, you know, maybe 2 years. But also, I would love to potentially do something for the Raider organization internally, you know, be able to become a media member where I can go one day interview of players and stuff like that. Maybe, of course, not on a bigger scale.
So kind of like Q.
Yeah, in fact, I really like Q's trajectory that he took.
Okay.
I would love that because that's stuff that I live in that learning of the ins and outs of the players and the behind the scenes. Like that's what gets me going. Like that behind the scenes stuff. I love it.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And like that's the ideal scenario for you, right?
Yeah.
But the way you're building your content, you're building your following, what do you think are the strengths that might get you to that point? Because obviously I see them because I'm on the outside, and I don't want to toot your horn, but I am. It's obviously your charisma.
Yeah.
You have that demeanor in front of the camera where you make people feel comfortable.
Yeah.
It's not like just some dude be like, it's you're just chill, having a couple of drinks. I love it when you have a couple of drinks.
Oh man, yeah, that when you really get me.
Because I've seen a 1 hour show go into 3-4 hours.
Oh yeah, we get going.
That's what's up. That's what's up. But just you have that you give that era of confidence.
Yeah.
Of what you're saying is true.
Yeah.
To you obviously, because everybody has their own perspective and opinion.
Exactly.
But for like individuals like myself that aren't that deep into the football acumen, it makes it easier to take in, to learn, to process.
Good.
And I definitely see that from you. And then also your interaction with other individuals.
Yeah.
Because I've seen you interview other people that obviously aren't as comfortable as you are in front of the camera, in front of the microphone, that are still a little jittery and nervous.
Yeah.
I was one of them. I'm not going to lie.
Don't let him lie to you. This guy was a natural on my show. Don't let him lie.
But you learn to like maneuver your way to make them feel comfortable.
Yeah. Yep.
So that I definitely see that taking you places, because no one is going to come to your show and bad talk you.
Oh yeah.
Be like, oh, protect the shit, man. Don't go there. They treat you like crap, or it is a very comfortable setting.
Good.
Coming to your interviews, man. Coming to your shows and watching them too.
That means a lot, and that's how I wanted to be. When I created the platform, one of the first things I did was created Fan Talk Friday.
Right.
And that's what I wanted Fan Talk Friday to be, because one thing I want everyone to understand, regardless of how big this thing goes, I don't know if it's going to go big or not, but I'm just a fan.
Right.
I'm just a fan. So, it means a lot to me that people take time out of their day to listen to what I have to say about the Raiders. And I don't take that lightly at all. So that's why, all my day ones and people that watch, I made a name for with the Shield Squad,
Yes,
and I've made merch for it. And I truly, I shout everyone out in the beginning of my shows. Like I take that seriously,
That's awesome, man.
People can do anything, especially on a Friday night.
Right. That's party night for a lot of people.
Yeah, and people are taking their time to check me out and listen to what I got to say. So therefore, my natural personality is like that anyway.
Right.
I'm all about making people feel comfortable. I'm all about, just being a person that you can talk to regardless of what it is. We can talk Raiders, but hey, when the cameras go off, we can talk real life too.
Right.
And to me, and that's what a Raider brotherhood should be about.
Yes, sir.
It's beyond football. It's beyond what we see on Sundays. Like yesterday, that game sucked.
Yeah.
But the fact that I'm hanging out with you today, we're going on the beach, this is what I'm going to remember about this weekend.
Of course.
Years from now, I'm not going to remember what the score was yesterday.
Nope.
I remember the first time I met Walter, what we did, how you took care of me and showed me around. I'm going to remember that forever.
Yes, sir.
And that's what it's about. And I want to leave that same impact on other people.
That's great, man. And that's I think what my show, the Raider Nation Roll Call, is all about, is to bring the Raider Nation together.
Exactly.
Even though like you have positive things going on, other individuals have their own positive things going on, maybe booster clubs, super fans, whatever it is, but unifying everybody under one umbrella is that's my goal.
Oh yeah.
That's really my goal. Like, I wanted to sidetrack a little bit because you were mentioning about bringing the Raider Nation together. There's a booster club here in South LA. It's called the South LA Boosters. Shout out. That booster club did a bowling night in the city of Lakewood over by my house, and they're predominantly African American. You know, but the ladies I was talking to yesterday is that they don't want that.
Yeah.
They want it to be all inclusive, but unfortunately, a lot of the mindset, you can call it traditional or whatever, you tend to stick with your own.
True.
But see, within the Raider Nation, our own is everybody,
Should be.
and
Absolutely.
that's again our job as people in the media, social content, to start promoting that, and that's definitely what I want to do. Is I want to promote the unification of the Raider Nation, no matter what color, creed, or what belief you are. It doesn't matter. As long as you're under the umbrella of the Raider Nation, I think we need to be together. And those ladies really just like inspired me even more, because I know there's more people out there with that similar mindset.
That's so true. I'm glad you said that, because you're right. We have such a melting pot.
All right,
Good. How
right.
are you, man? We have such a melting pot of fans.
Yes.
And I mean, from everywhere. And honestly, that's why when I bring people on my show, I try to strategically make sure I show that inclusiveness.
Right.
You know, whether it's it could be a young one. You know, I've had a 16-year-old kid on there talking ball with me, and then my mentor, Big Daddy Jose, man, shout out my boy Big Daddy.
Sure.
He's a guy, original OG from Oakland. That's my good friend. Having him on the show, have women on my show talking
Right.
Raiders. Everyone's like, if you want to be on the show, you can come to my show, and I guarantee you'll be comfortable. You'll never be, a situation where you feel like you're out of place. I mean, if you're part of Raider Nation, you're family in my show, and that's what it's about.
That's great, man. That's what we love
Yeah.
about Protect the Shield and TRS. All right, fam, we're gonna get out of here.
Hold on, before we get out of here,
what's
though,
up?
I gotta tell Walter, your show and this platform that you're making, unbelievable. Like
Thank you,
I
brother.
really think that what you've done. I've watched a lot of your shows, just what you're doing for the Raider Nation. Keep going, man. I really want to say that. Keep going, because what you're doing, not many others are doing that. Because most people are just worried about themselves and pumping up
Right,
themselves. You literally are, reaching out to people and really help bigging them up. And if you ever need anything, any support, shows like yours is what this is all about, man.
Appreciate
and I wish that more Raider Nation would understand what the whole process is and,
Right.
and the whole platform. So I just want to on camera to let you know how much I appreciate
Thank you,
you
man.
and your platform.
Yeah.
We need more like that.
Thank you. And again, everything I do, like my tagline says, is for the nation, by the nation. It's for us. It's not about me. It's
Yeah.
not about making money. It's about the Raider Nation. So again, Chris, thank you for those kind words.
Yep.
Like I said, now we're gonna leave Tams here in Compton, and we're gonna go hit Hermosa Beach Pier. Raider Nation, we're here with Chris, Hermosa Beach. Check it out, right by the pier. And show my man how SoCal living is, why we pay so much money.
Exactly, man. I need to come out here. Ohio don't have this.
Yes, sir. So we're gonna go hit Sharkies right now.
Yes, let's do it.
Come along. All right, Raider Nation, Chris and I just left Sharkies. Unfortunately, we couldn't continue our interview there because they don't allow cameras and they wanted to charge us, but it's all right
all good,
because
man.
we actually made contact with the manager, and we're definitely going to be doing some watch parties here at Sharky's in Hermosa Beach with the Raider Nation. So stay tuned for those. Right now, we're going to go walk the pier, go check it out, walk the Strand a little bit, because my boy Chris has to catch his flight,
Gotta leave
and
this
we
place.
don't want to
I
miss it. We don't want to miss it. So we're on our way to take a little walk. Beach, have him stick his little footsies in the Pacific Ocean.
Y'all got my feet in some sand. A little bit.
Little hot. I'm glad we brought sandals.
Oh yeah.
Drove in the hood like, what's up, fool? It's all love, homeboy. What's up, fool? We about to cook up. What's up, fool? Tap in, pull up. What's up, fool?
See me switch 4 lanes. Look at my eyes, I ain't playing no games. Top down, riding all through LA. When you see me, make sure you holler back, say what's up, fool.
Triple OG, the ACE. And the place to be is, of course, with me. I dip, dive, socialize, realize a real one when you look in my eyes. From the days of Southgate to the gates of the world. Can't deny my G, I made the turntable twirl. Tripping like a mug when the limo pulled up. But now we roll Rangers and Maserati trucks. Ideos, meals, tremendo leos. Hitting them blocks all the way to Cypress. Hey yo, toast with me, then coast with me.
Unfortunately, we're heading to the airport to take Chris back home. I wish the stay was longer, the weekend was longer, could have done more. But brother, like I said, you're welcome anytime. I will be honored to be your tour guide.
I'll be back, man.
All right.
Thank you.
Let's
Showed me a
hear
great
that.
time, man.
All right.
Drove in the hood like, what's up, fool? It's all love, homeboy. What's up, fool?
All right, fam, we're here. LAX, dropping off
Had a good
Chris.
time, man.
Chris, thanks for coming. Sharing your time with us.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And we'll definitely see you online. Remember, For the Nation, by the Nation,
Yes,
with
sir.
Chris and Protect the Shield podcast.
Yes.
Let's go.
Salute the dub.
Yes, sir.